Hi, everybody. This is Joanna. Thank you so much for tuning in. Another gorgeous day. Thank you so much for joining us. And today, from the heart center of Kwanya, from the Most High Illumination in Divine Feminine, all of the beautiful sisterhoods and all of the divine mothers that join us and me in every day that we move about on Gaia, seeking and pressing out the vibration of love and oneness and unity, and allowing ourselves to see within our own unique individual soul's expression and life, this personality perspective and construct, if you will, how we're shifting and transmuting lower vibrational patterns and routines and releasing them one by one through our daily and weekly and monthly self-care, the cycles that we have through Ascension. It's really important that we honor and get to know and attune what is our own unique Ascension cycle. And as we've talked about so many times before, and on our Facebook page, so please see that because we post so much that has to do with Ascension cycles, moon cycles, the collective, the psyche. We post on so much that's related to the evolution of the soul, because we are all not only here to thread the evolution of our unique soul's fulfillment, but the fulfillment that we come with as the Trinity with our collective. Each of our hearts, the high heart, is connected with what our collective needs from us as we move through our own expression and experience and exploration of who we are as source. And as we get more comfortable with doing that, because it goes outside of everything that we've been taught and told as conformed systems of limitation and fear and control, we step out of that, moving into our 5D perspective. We create the expression of who we are as source, the illumination of who we are as source, the expansiveness of who we are as spirit, creating matter. Therefore, creating higher vibrational systems of co-creation, in which each and every one of us are here as that unique puzzle piece to create greater socioeconomic systems that are in alignment with the law of one. And why we have those multidimensional systems that we've talked about on all of our meditations and our healing videos, all of our global webinars and all of our classes, to assist those that so desire to align all that they are involved with and all that they are co-creating to align with the 5D structures of what we are being given as light, the codes that we're given, the information, the wisdoms, the intelligence that we're given. As people awaken, your employees will awaken, your partners will awaken, your soul tribe will awaken, each activating their gifts. And if their gifts are not being fulfilled within the mandate and the business structure that you have them working within, then they will be limited and you will not be able to expand and be a part of that futuristic experience. And why it's so important that we awaken and open up to, wow, who are we? What do we exist within and what exists within me? And why do I feel all of these sensations of, wow, let's get on this. There's things going on and I've got to catch up. Because it's within the water body of who we are that allow us to strengthen and beautify all that we are as light. And each and every person is on their own unique journey, their own unique pacing, their own unique divine awakening and timetable. Not one person or two people or three people are going to be at the very same place at the same time, and why there's so many people that are moving through transitions in relationships and work and cycles. Because as that awakening process opens up, you allow yourself to fall more deeply in love with you, renew yourself with you, that soul alignment that you are with you, so that you're finding out that the limitations and the structures and the routines and the roles and the definitions are no longer who you are as a soul. That soul is infinite and expansive. It wants to soar and fly and break free. And part of my excitement, so many excitements, oh my gosh, I've come with so much talent and experience that I'm here to explore and express. And I say that with great honor and appreciation with who I am as a soul. That soul evolution that I'm stepping into now in the second half of my life is about really exploring and expressing myself in gratitude and appreciation for all that I am, and no longer sitting within vibrations of self-deprecation and demeaning who I am as a soul because I want others to feel comfortable around me and not dimming my light to fit in with others. So I'm no longer doing that, and it's taken quite a while so that I'm letting go of relationships and with letting go of experiences and thought patterns and behaviors and controlled systems that have brought me such pain and discomfort, because I felt as if I had to accommodate myself to fit in and be loved by any other people around me, and that's just not the case. The whole experience and the whole upside down approach is that certain of us come here to absolutely inspire and ignite so many others around us, because they're stuck in systems that are limiting, and they just keep cycling in programs and dynamics that are just so limiting. And we understand that through children. Children come here with these dynamic personalities. Their DNA is completely different. Their hearts are open. They're curious. They assist us in seeing, wow, we're meant to be these sacred children. We're meant to have this much fun. So those that awaken allow that childlike experience to come forward, becoming that sacred child when the divine male and the divine female are coming together in unification. You've balanced out the male energies, you've balanced out the female energies, and you're aligning within your heart space to renew who you are with you. Releasing every control aspect, every limitation, every fear that we all play within. And that's what each and every one of us comes to heal, pull away, until we get to that core of vibrational truth that we are beautiful and glistening and shining. And each and every one of us has a unique soul plan. Who we're meant to co-create with, who we're meant to learn our karmic lessons from, who we're meant to co-create in a beautiful, deeper passion that serves the collective. And that's why many of these shifts and tower moments are occurring, is because any time that the soul is being repressed or suppressed in any way, then source and the heavens and all that you come with, the collective beings, the councils of light, all of the heavenly councils that are part of unifying and creating oneness within the evolutionary programs for Earth, a collective planetary program, goes beyond just you and me. This collective universal program of planetary oneness, so that the planet can move with other galactic planets and service, preparing us for first contact and galactic federation light work, galactically, planetarily, universally, omnipresently, goes beyond just you and I. We're preparing ourselves for this. And for that, we must align with the light programs, each and every one of us. And in those awakenings, each and every one of us will be awakened to begin to inspire greater, higher vibrational, higher intelligent work, light work, done through DNA activations, done through code activations within our multidimensional systems and fields. And why one day you'll wake up knowing something you didn't a day before, even though you had no traditional schooling. It goes far beyond what we ever thought. It's a multidimensional consciousness threading as source consciousness, the omnipresent that is source. We are spirit creating matter. We're allowing ourselves to awaken in every moment to become greater spirit, to renew ourselves at our soul. My soul is renewing itself. I'm opening my pillar of light. I'm calling in my light. I'm calling in my light. And in those awakenings, nothing can hold back those evolutionary activations. It's meant to occur. It's meant to press you forward. It's meant to break out of that box and start something new. And you'll call in at a soul level. This has happened to me so many times, and I've written about it in my books. When you put out that inspiration, I just got to move, I just got to move, got to move, got to move. There's these inspirations through many of us, and we come here with double and triple missions, that the soul is just aching you to get out and press out and do and do and do, because your soul is a multidimensional essence. It's not just the body you sit within. When you send out those inspirations, it's done at a multidimensional level, and you have groups, councils, and teams working on your behalf to thread it within that collective experience, because the one heart, that one heart is threaded with every 7.5 billion hearts that are on this planet. At the oversoul level, which reduces its numbers, if you will, and we'll go into that in a different episode, because it's mind-boggling. Your souls are, this is the law of one, the level of oneness. Your souls are always threaded as one. It's the bodies in separation that think, oh, we're separate. I'm against you, you're against me, light and dark, and all those things that you learn about in karma. At the soul level, you're all one. So a soul's level that's moving through ascension and evolution is pulling that light up, and that one soul goes out and offers greater light and becomes greater light and has that soul exploration, that soul spiritual mission, that spiritual journey, that going within, that self-actualization, the enlightenment, however we want to define it, doesn't matter. Spiritual journeys occur in a myriad of ways, and we'll talk about that in another video. Because so many people label it and define it to be very limited, but it's not. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors are with me right now. Thank you. Now what were we saying? Oh, yes. The soul, the personality at this level might think that, oh, no, you're going away from me. It's going to be different. It's going to be weird. No, the souls are one. The threading at the soul level is one. Whatever is done over here is needed for this soul to do its part of the puzzle piece. It doesn't know it yet because it just sees itself from that limited psyche perspective. As it awakens and as it sees itself as a soul, renewing itself with source, renewing itself with its highest choices, renewing itself with its highest version of love and light and peace and oneness, then it sees, oh, wow, I know why you did that, because now I get to go do this. And they get to fulfill their soul's mission and their destiny. It's a puzzle piece of energetic threading and workings that, as they're showing me now, are different earth versions that are coming together at a soul, vibrational, spiritual level. You may be thinking that you're experiencing the same earth, but you're not. You're not at all. This part of the soul might be expressing itself at a higher vibrational light level, if you will. The oscillations of the cells are different. The awakenings with the crown and the higher self are different. And I think this is important. They're showing me this is important. Thank you, Spirit. This part of the soul is over here. We're giving this to you an example of, say, as a family. And if a family goes through transition, one of the family members wants to sprout off and go do something different as a spiritual journey. Or a work. The person at work says, I can't do this job anymore. I'm feeling stifled. It's driving me crazy. I've got to leave. I've got to be out there. This person that's choosing to go in a new direction is serving these experiences here in the highest potentiation of ways, because their earth versions are requiring that light reflection to be done in this way. Does that make sense? So that each reflections are required of one another, because if you remember, everything is one. You're one with one another. If this did not have this reflection, this would never change. This would never be inspired to say, well, hey, I can create this over here because of the inspiration this reflected to me. This person over here said, wow, I'm so glad I had that because I've learned everything from here and I can add this over here plus bring this to this. Does that make sense? Just as if you're moving through this, okay, thank you. They're reminding me of when I was back in my banking days and I did learning journals for people that would come into the department. The department that I was in charge of was the very first department that was offered in Western Canada through one of the biggest banks that I had been working for at the time. And I was responsible for training this new department and making learning manuals and training manuals on what to do. But I had to have an overview understanding of what the other departments were doing so that I could maintain the flow of information, the flow of accuracy and efficiency within my small team's experience, because it was new. Plus I had to add in the back east teams from what they had already created, and then I had the opportunity to make it better. And so that's what I did. In the very small team that I had worked with, we had incredible statistics and dynamics. Our group was very well oiled because we were all working in this similitude that I was able to see from the higher perspective how everything could work within one another. Bringing in the best of here, best of there, thread it all together and create oneness. So this is what each person is doing. However, some people in your collective circle may not be awake to that yet, and that's okay. You can continue to inspire, empower, and encourage their knowing this, that you are creating your own puzzle that will absolutely be a part of the greater whole. If you choose, it's always free will. If you choose to still play in shadow and ego and make your choices from shadow and ego, which everybody does, there's no judgment on it. Everybody makes shadow choices because they have to move through those shadow choices to make choices from light, to say, well, that didn't feel good. That was a self-serving choice. I now want to make it from spiritual choice. And that's what happens through tower moments. Enough tower moments occur from shadow, you will create a shadow tower, which doesn't feel good at all. Eventually it will feel good, because eventually when you're reaching your light moment, you'll say, wow, I know how that served me. You know, I was acting, you know, like a doofus. you know, we can't keep acting like a doofus and expect everything to work out for you. You know, doofus shows you, well, how can I arrange myself to a higher light? How can I be higher light? For you, yes, you're serving you at the soul level. That's a soulful service of self. When you're serving your soul, saying, wow, this feels good to make my decisions that serve the greater good. It feels good to do that. It feels really good when I'm aligned with me. And so this part of the puzzle is how we're going to get to our topic for today. Very long introduction, but I had to go through that. Oftentimes that's what happened, because they're showing me that oftentimes you can't see the purpose of something until after it's unfolded. You see all the dust and the dirt, and then you clear away all the dust and the dirt and say, wow, I get why that had to happen. I get why it had to be so painful. I get why I held on so long. I get why it was easy to let go. Whatever those lessons are for you in those transitional moments, because everybody will have them. They must. We're going from 3 to 5D. You cannot get from 3 to 5D without those challenges or tower moments, whatever you want to call them or define them. Does not matter. It's all evolution of the soul. They're showing me that we don't get there until we look back on it and say, wow, I honor that moment. If we can move through in the now moment, honoring every moment as a learning moment where love transmutes all, to bring love and compassion and peace into every moment, no matter what it appears like. And this is where learning to live as the master. When you take yourself out of the situation, perceive it from all the points of view that you can, and infuse light and love and compassion and empathy and understanding for all parties. to thread the best of all that's going on in that moment and infuse the highest light so that all are served. That is mediation and mastery at its best. When you can take all that has been and mediate the highest potentiation, that is a leader. And absolutely, absolutely, without question, the foundation of that mediation, of any mediation, is to bring unity and peace and oneness, whatever it might be. If it's a financial problem and issue at a company, it should absolutely first and foremost be a foundation of unity and oneness and peace. How can we thread this into and bring this to a higher level? And one might think, well, how is finances and oneness and peace related? They absolutely are. Absolutely are. I worked in banking for over 13 years, and absolutely the clients and the connections, the client portfolios, everything that I had experienced was based on relationship. And is that not oneness and peace and unity? Is it not? Is it not? And now everything is numbered, everything is automated. That's not relationship. That's not relationship. Nothing to say about banks, but they've changed from taking relationship out of the experience. They've taken relationship out of the equation. And banks will consider, and banks will go through their tower moments. They must. They simply must. Because it is not held in the greater good. Some of their dealings. If they're making $5 billion a year from people and their own money, is that in the highest and the greatest good? That's just hypothetical. I have no idea what they make. Relationship, unity, oneness. There's no judgment on any of this. I'm suggesting that if we create the highest potentiation from the very first point of mediation, the very first point of transitional change meetings, from how can we create a new mission statement that aligns with 5D? How can we create a new business proposal from 5D? How can we create a new client service from 5D? What should the highest potentiation be to start off any conversation? It should always be the highest potentiation first. Limitless, infinite, highest human potentiation first. Have that as the foundation. Not taking what was and just regurgitating it into creating a few minor hiccups here and there. No, it's still going to come down. That tower will still happen. It absolutely will. It's not 5D. It's not 5D alignment. It's not oneness. It's not the law of one. It's still self-serving. Because those old regurgitated processes, those old regurgitated mandates, those old regurgitated missions are still 3D. Does that make sense? What was I saying before? I don't assume, and I don't accredit anything that I know anything. I'm not. I'm speaking from this channeled experience of spirit. Right now I'm in a channeled state. Thank you. And I'm very passionate. I've been going through some huge, huge, huge clearings this weekend, and it's allowed me to process a lot more light. And there's many things that I'm passionate about inspiring and infusing change. I'm inspired about infusing change, however that can occur, to align with the highest potentiation. It's a formula. It's a formula of oneness. It's a formula of alignment with source. It's very beautiful. It's very elegant. It's very serving to the all. And you will feel that as managers, as leaders that come forward and say, wow, I had this incredible connection with my group today. And this is what we all came up with. And every person feels included. Every person has inclusivity. Every person feels valued. Every person feels treasured. Every person feels like a part of the oneness of the greater collective that each and every one of us, every business little pocket, is creating to the master puzzle of creation. And I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about what I know. I'm passionate about what I came with. I'm passionate about what I'm able to know and tap into when I open to spirit. I'm passionate about it. I'm here to bring these energies forward. I'm here to inspire change. I'm here to ignite change. I'm here to be the best that I can be for the rest of my life. And I'm passionate about it. And I'm no longer going to hold myself back and make myself small. And yes, unfortunately, that makes some people feel uncomfortable. But it makes them feel uncomfortable because they know within themselves that there's a part of their perfection that they're holding back. That's why it makes them feel uncomfortable. That's okay. That's part of their growing, part of their healing, part of their accepting, whatever their soul path is. But that discomfort is a blessing. It's all, any moment that you look at, regardless of how it might appear, if there's a challenge at work, if there's a tower moment in your family, whatever might appear, there is the blessing of source and oneness and light within it. There absolutely is. And can you step back and detach yourself emotionally from what's going on? Because when you detach emotionally, you get to see how everything's unfolding and who's doing what and what's going on and who's attached to what. Because that's how people react. That's from that ego psyche, routine, patterned, habituated experience. People react emotionally because that's what they're habituated to do. When they've had certain things taken from them, when they've had betrayal, when they've had abandonment, they react emotionally from those levels. But when you detach emotionally and you rise to that higher self perspective and say, from the greatest good, from the heart of spirit, which is an alignment, not just emotional, but it's an alignment of all that you are multidimensionally, that higher self perspective. Open up to spirit. Here comes the intelligence. Here comes the codes. Here comes the light. How may we best serve so that the greater good are served? And that one meeting of transitional light potentiation might be weeks and months and years in the process, and that's okay. Because every single person in that circle is going to have to learn how to detach from their personal experiences to ensure that the greater good is served. Because the greater good can't be served if only one person is always being benefited. And I've had that in my own personal life experience. Didn't matter how much wisdom and how much light and how much I gave to the experience. It didn't matter. And I give a lot. When I love fully. Oh my gosh. When I give fully. There's nothing held back. 110% every time I come to the table. And the same experience over and over and over and over again. Disappointment because nobody ever gave what I was putting in. Every single job that I've ever had, every single relationship I've ever had, there was never ever an equal potentiation of giving or desire or passion to give. That's been my life lesson. And part of that in mastery is to be okay and accept everybody for where they're at, but absolutely know on my part where I need to stop and hold back and say, no, I'm not giving anymore. Full up boundaries. Absolutely not. Work it out for yourself. Can't give anymore, won't give anymore, don't want to give anymore. And people have to learn that because they have to go within and find their own light. They have to find their own passion, find their own oneness as source, their own ignition for their destiny. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, right? You got to teach people how to fish. You be the highest version of you, and you will attract those that want to give at that same level. That's what I'm seeking right now. Those that want to give at this level, let's do business. Those that want to give at the same level, let's create some networks. Those that want to give at this same level, we are the deal breakers. We are the ones that come in and say, we will shake this up. Not saying I know it all. I'm saying I'm the vessel and I'm the portal and I can open up to great light. So let's everybody come to the table and let's create some greatness. And yeah, there's going to be modifications. There's going to be things you got to move back and forth through. That's a family, isn't it? We're creating a new collective family and it's going to take a lot of work, but we can't do it when we're charging in, bombarding things, right? You can't run through people's houses and say, I'm going to come in here and see what you got and be uneasy about all this because you're hiding things from me. And how is that going to serve the peace and the unity and the oneness for humanity? We need to do it from a peaceful place of knowing that it's going to take time. Change for humanity will take time, but it's not going to occur if we're continuing separation and acting in separation by bombarding businesses and challenging businesses. It has to come through peaceful negotiations, peaceful mediations of infusing light, of allowing people to have their emotions, allow those emotions to be freely expressed in the workplace, to have weekly emotional sessions where people vent and people do it in a positive and progressive and honoring manner, and even fun manners that you can create those emotional expressions, because those emotional expressions are not only helping them as individuals, because those emotional expressions come from their childhood and other psyche wounds. You can work out systems of emotional evaluation where they're actually feeling better about who they are and they come to work happier and provide more efficiency for you. And they're happier in that, and they're greater health, greater wealth. I mean, it's a cyclical experience of abundance. You see what we're saying? And release all of the old world subjugations and patterns of judgment to say what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, because that's just keeping limitation and fear in your business place. No, have one day a week, one day a month where everyone gets to positively and honoring with a mediator, with a professional, or with someone that really has playful ways to release emotion, to express emotions, to have the creative emotional expressional play. And absolutely, you will have happier employees. You absolutely will, because you care about them. You care about their emotional well-being. You care about their emotional state and their mental state. They're going to have greater loyalty to you. This is the connection and communication that is that partnership that I experienced in the bank. Every single person that came to me, it was a connection. It was an emotional, a vibrational, I care about your money. How can I make your money work better for you? How can I do what's best for your account? How can I switch you from this account to that account? How can I make your experience better with us? That's a connection. That's a partnership. That's loyalty to the tribe. That's what's required. And we've taken that partnership, we've taken that interaction out of business. And that's why so many businesses are now failing and faltering. They're having their own tower moments because it's not alignment of oneness. Every business will go through this. It must. Same with pharmaceuticals. They will have a huge tower moment. Any business where they think they're serving more of themselves than the other and greater good, they will go through their tower moments. So allow it. Nothing has to be bombarded. Nothing has to be torn up and ripped up and, pictures of businesses taking pictures of. It's all going to come out quite naturally, quite smoothly, quite peacefully. Our responsibility as light workers and our responsibility as the ones that really want to create change. You are here to create change, great. But do it in a peaceful manner through which mediation and peace and communication and your higher intelligence from your higher self will say, this is the best way to do it. The higher self would most likely often than not never align you with physically charging in and causing chaos and damage. Higher selves would not suggest that you do that. Higher self just wouldn't. It's not peaceful honoring of respect, the honoring of all involved. Light will bathe everything that is not in balance. You don't have to worry about what you have to barricade down and break down. That the light will do it. The light will do it. Our consciousness will do it. All you have to focus on is bringing your highest consciousness to you. Staying in alignment with you and your love for you, your passions for you, your expression of who you are, your freedom of who you are, your liberation of who you are. That's all you have to do. Your consciousness, make no mistake about it, you're going to cause ripples through everything. You're going to cause that light to come into everything. And questions will be answered. Questions will be asked. Tower moments will happen. Departments will change and shift. People will be let go. New people will be hired. It's evolutionary. We don't have to get upset about it. We don't have to bombard or barricade anyone. Don't have to break any windows or walls. That is olden day. That is olden day civil justice. We don't have to do that anymore. We're higher in vibration. We're more vibrationally aligned with peace, with oneness. We understand that at that highest vibrational level, your higher self would never ask you to go in and throw apart someone's house to earn information or gain information. That is an ego old energy experience of have and have not, ego, win and lose. Those are vibrations that are not in alignment with spirit. And that's okay. There's no judgment. It's showing the collective that change must occur, but it can occur peacefully. It can occur with the highest intelligence that will actually serve people far faster, far greater, and with far greater efficacy than bombarding someone's building and causing damage and harm and even death. We can do this in a peaceful manner. So today's topic is peaceful change. We are here with the greatest and highest intelligence and availability to light, availability to the resources and tools that we have to sort out our collective issues, to sort out the injustices and the imbalance that have been occurring for eons. Remember, dear lighted ones, so be patient. The injustices that have been occurring in our collective society have been going on for thousands of years. And it started way, 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 way back when. So it's not going to change overnight. Be patient. Through each and every individual soul blueprint and soul evolution of themselves, clearing out the density, clearing out the barbaric experiences that ego is so reactive, if you will, because ego is reactive, spirit is responsive. There's two different energies there. And so feel into the vibration when you're in creating and wanting to create change for yourself, your body. How can I create change for my body today? If I'm reacting, then it's ego. If I'm responding, then I'm listening to spirit. I'm in tune with what my heart says. I'm responding to spirit. I'm open and I'm responding to spirit. I'm offering spirit. I'm honoring spirit. I'm passionate. I feel the flow. I'm one with spirit. I'm one with spirit. I'm one with spirit. I'm speaking in my joy. I'm speaking in my grace. I'm one with spirit. You can feel that flow of spirit. It's accelerated, it's beautiful, it's honoring, it's loving. And what most people have to do, that when they're in alignment with spirit, many of us that are channelers, and you can see many of them online, many of the channelers and even some of the really great tarot readers, you can see that when they start reading tarot and they start in their channel with spirit, their voices and they start speeding up really fast. That's their ignition and their acceleration with spirit, with their higher selves. The cells start spinning faster. The cell improvement starts spinning because their cells are being offered greater light. There is the eternal and infinite flow of source creator everyone has access to. Not one person has more than another. We all have access. The infinite that is source is infinite in light, infinite in love, infinite in intelligence. It's up to each person through free will, through honoring themselves, through their own self-renewal of who they are as spirit, to create that flow of abundance of source. To know that, yes, I'm in alignment with spirit. I'm in alignment with spirit. This information really makes me feel good, but I know it's going to benefit the all. I'm in alignment with spirit. This feels great. This feels awesome. I'm in alignment with spirit. Oh my gosh, this feels so amazing. You're feeling you're grounding to Gaia. Hi Gaia, how are you? This feels amazing. I'm getting information and wisdoms from above and below. The light is above, the light is below. I am light, I am light, I am light. And you just start speeding up. But what mastery is just really slowing yourself down and just being present. Because it's so easy to get caught away because it feels so good. You know, when you've been so dense for so long and in situations that keep holding you back and pulling you back and holding you in suppression and depression, it just feels, it's like just like, can we ever wake up? You know, that's when you know you've been stuck on a karmic cycle for too long and you got to break out of it however you can. You know, create activities that make you get up and walk about and get your heart going, get your breath going, and call in inspirations and affirmations and change. Intend and manifest closure and change. I'm manifesting change today. I'm manifesting change today. I want a higher vibrational body. I'm manifesting great abundance today. I desire the resources to match all the work that I've done. And be okay saying that. Be okay calling it out to the universe. Your voice, your energy, your light is profound in its movement to come back to you. The universe is alive for you. The omnipresence is alive for you. Call out and act upon what you want to receive, and play with source. It's a game with source. You are playing with source. If you're in the vibration of wanting what you want, to want what you want, to get something over another, to pull in something because somebody did something to you and it's self-serving in any way, it will come back to you in a negative way, because that's the vibration it's coming from. It's a negative egoic experience. Shadow choice, shadow choosing. To do what you do to get something over someone, to expend energy in a negative way over someone, it will come back to you in a negative way. That's not what Source wants for you. Source wants you to listen to your higher self and align, so that you're not going to create choices that will damage you and damage others. Source wants you to align with that higher light that says, what is your gift? What are you creating from? How can you release all that limiting fear and actually step into your highest light so you can be an example for others? And that's what that puzzle piece that we offered you in the beginning was. Why transitions have to occur, why people have to walk away from one another, why businesses have to crumble, why all of these experiences of these tower moments, and however they will occur in the vibrational threads that they do. Remember, each and every person is experiencing a different and unique earth from their soul's perspective and what they need to experience. There might be a collective experience on our earth that other people in the collective may not even know about or experience. And if they go to look for it on the news, they won't find it. Because the vibrational energies and the vibrational earths are totally different. There's an infinite number of earths that are available to align with. Your core vibration and your intentions and how you move about every moment determines what timeline, what earth you're on. And it's up to each person to go within and say, what earth do I want to be on? What do I want to be in this earth? How do I want to create my own timeline? How do I want to know that the greater good is really where I'm moving to? And it starts with me. What do I want to feel and experience? Who am I? Why am I here? What can I use from within me to create this new reality? How can I serve others? Through my passions. You know, when you're serving through your own innate passions, you're going to absolutely know you're serving the greater good. You're being of help to others through your own joy. And absolutely, they're reminding me, because this is another one of my soul's lessons. They always bring lessons into me through which it will assist and help me, because these are also my lessons too. Because I've done most of my life, I've been I've come here as a light worker with a double and triple mission. So everything that I've ever done has been to serve and give to others. And of course that's worked great. And that's been of, you know, great benefit to others that keep taking and taking and taking, but it hasn't served me. And it's at the point now where my absolute number one lesson is how can I serve myself? How can I be of joyful in my light? How can I be joyful in exploring who I am? How can I be joyful being okay to say, you know what? I want to work with high vibrational people and leaders. I want to be right here at the highest capacity of working with the highest vibrational leaders and teachers and healers, because that's where I'm worthy of. I'm worthy of leading that group. I'm worthy. I've got great light within me. I'm here for great reasons. I'm here for great capacity, and I'm gonna explore this, and I will express it, and I will experience it. That's my destiny. And I'm in alignment with my destiny when I speak like this. I can feel it. I'm in alignment. But I have to be served in that. And it's okay that I say, I choose to be served. I choose to have the appropriate and equal pay for what I've created. I've created a whole lifetime of energy, light. I've been working on light my whole life since I was born, bringing light into every situation that I could, knowingly and unknowingly, bringing balance, bringing transmutation, bringing higher vibrational pondering and musing. How can I bring light into the situation? How can I bring new beginnings? How can I bring greater musings and ponderings? I'm not saying that I know more. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that I live from my passion. I live as a spirited, passionate person. And there's a difference. Because ego wants what ego wants for ego. It wants to win over others. I don't want that. I want win-win. I've always wanted a win-win. How can everyone be served? How can all be fair? And all of the situations that I've been included in have been me giving far more than I've ever received. And now I'm out. I want to be equally served. I want to be equally paid. I want to be equally in management. I want to be equally be in leadership, because I know I am absolutely worthy of that. And I won't quiet my voice because of it. I'm a divine feminine, I'm powerful, and I am meant to be the leader that I'm meant to be, and create from the divine intelligence and the healing that I'm able to create, because I want to inspire other children. I want to inspire other people to say that you can do it. You can come from the most densest situation, and you can know that everything you've been through from the time that you've been born has allowed you to be all of that and more, because every experience serves you. Every experience is a part of your beautiful path that you could say, how can I bring this from a higher perspective, and how can I create greater light? How can I know that, you know what, I'm worthy of greater pay? I'm going to go ask my boss today. You know what, I can start these new meetings. I can bring in new inspiration. I can call in my light. You might think that you're a light worker and think that because you have a 9-to-5 job, or your job doesn't seem to be creating light, you can create light and infuse light and create a new way of operating as a higher vibrational being in any work environment that you are in. Light work means that you are able to infuse light. You are able to infuse unity. You are able to empower and inspire through peace and love and oneness. Because in the end, we all are served. We all are served. And everything that is done from the other experiences that we all have to move through. We all have to move through these experiences of ego choices. That's how we know. We wake up one day and say, wow, that wasn't a good choice. So was it? You know, maybe getting drunk last night at the bar wasn't such a good idea. You know, we've all been there. Shit. Been there. But the question is, did you learn? You know, are you still doing it? No judgment, you know, except if you want to create one for yourself. But you can choose to go within and say, okay, I want to choose to live from spirit now. How can that allow me to change and feel more self-love for who I am? Self-honor for who I am, knowing that, yeah, I can change. I can make changes right here, right now. Done. I'm with spirit. Done. My highest and best right now. Because I'm worthy. Worthiness. And worthiness is uncomfortable for other people that are not feeling worthy, and that's okay. That's a part of the growth process for them and for you. It's a part of the whole reflection, remember? We're each on different earths. Each has a unique earth. Each is here to inspire the highest earth through them that they are able, if they are awake and choosing to. It's always free will, and Source will love you unconditionally either way, right? That's light. Source, however, will bring tower moments and will create change if it is completely imbalanced, like many of my circumstances were. Source will assist you in every absolute way if there is great imbalance and injustice being done, where there is not fairness and balance brought into those that truly work their butt off for light. And Source will support it in every way. In every way, it will work out in a fairness. And you don't have to worry about being the director of that. Source will come in and make it happen. Everything will be cleared out. Because all you have to do isn't just intend you to live fully in you. and to be in your light for the greater good of all. And it'll be worked out. It'll be worked out, right? You'll always be looked after. You just got to keep being you and infusing light, empowering light, inspiring light. You know, how can this work out for everybody? The people in this department, they're treated as if like nobody cares about them. How can we create something that's just for them? Let's create a department party just for them, where they get to come forward and they get to show us their greatest work. They get to show us their greatest ideas and have an idea board where everybody gets to put their ideas up and really embellish upon their creative gifts for their wishes and for their creative ideas. And how can any one of them be implemented? Bring value and encouragement and inspiration back into the workforce, back into alignment of what truly matters, the intrinsic experience of who we are as humans, spirit creating matter. Your employees are spirit creating matter. What matter are you asking them to create? What mission is that? Is it in alignment of serving the greater good and being spirited, unlimited, infinite potentiation? Or is there limit at every step of their, their mandate, every 3 months? I mean, it's okay, but that's where we're all coming from. So we've got to start somewhere. There's no judgment. Again, I'm not professing to know anything more than anybody else. I am absolutely not. I'm passionate. I speak from passion, and I want to help in whatever way I can. And I'm ready to create with people that are absolutely passionate about change. Passionate about the greater good. Greater good. So I'm putting it out there, the greater good. Those that want to serve the greater good, my contact information is in the link below. And I will help in whatever way that I can, because I'm here to shine, and I'm here to be the shiniest, most beautiful, elegant, divine female that I can be. Because I want to create a better earth for children. It's passionate within the threading of my veins and my soul, my DNA and my cells, until my very last breath. I am here to create a better planet for the children, so that their voices are honored, their voices are valued, that all that they go to in whatever vocations and excitements and expressions that they want to explore, that we are opening the portals of light for them, so that they can absolutely know in every way, without question, without a moment of hesitation, that they are one with Source. And they are special, and they are treasured, and they are precious. And to till my very last breath, that will be my mission. And I'm passionate about it, and I will not be shaken, and I will not be thwarted. As my name is, God is. As my name is, God is. As my name is, God is. God is. God is. And I'm compassionate for every single child that walks on this planet. I am compassionate to every single being on this planet to allow an inspiration and empowerment. We are Source. We are infinite aspects of light. We are infinite aspects of light. How can we start having fun as light? How can we start having fun? How can our businesses start being fun? How can our bodies start to create that great light and say, wow, let's get out and create light today. Let's be happy about who we are. We're great light. We are spirit in human form. We've got the best, most incredible experience right here, right now on earth, to rewrite in peaceful, dynamic, beautiful, loving ways. Beautiful, loving ways for earth right now. Each and every one of us. Each and every one of us is a master creator to rewrite human history. Get excited. Get excited. We are here to create. We are meant to be happy. We are meant to be joyful. We are meant to live in our spirited oneness. We are meant to be joyful, dynamic beings of passionate love, where Source just flows through every word, and it's a beautiful song. Every word, it's a beautiful story. Every word, it's a beautiful book. And we are allowing every human to benefit from our light, to benefit from our excitement, to say that we're going to create better systems for you. You know why? Because you're Source. You know why? Because you're perfect. You know why? Because you're meant to be here, you're here, and let's get busy. The flow of God is so transmuting. It's so transmuting. Everyone will be served. Everyone will have their abundance. Everyone will have their abundance. Release the limitation of lack. Lack beliefs hold you in lack. You got to clear that lack belief. You are perfect. You are abundant. You will always have what you need. Always. Do you believe that? And if you say no, then start on that belief. You are perfect. You were born perfect. You are a perfect child. The perfect child that you were born. You are perfect. You are a miracle. You are not lacking for nothing. You are Source. You are source, you are source, you are source. You are every color of the rainbow. You are a miracle. A miracle, miracle, miracle. You are a miracle. You are a miracle. And I'm here, and I will never let a day go by that I do not remind you how much of a miracle you are. You are a miracle. You are a miracle. You are a miracle. You are meant for greatness. You are meant to share your voice. You are meant to be light. You are meant to fly and explore and soar to your highest height. You are meant to be happy. You are meant to have a great body that's great health. You are meant to be in oneness with all the spirits. You are meant to commune with your celestial team. You are meant to bring great light and peace and honor to this earth. You are meant to live and know what sacred love is. You are meant to be treated as sacred love. You are meant to have someone that honors you and loves you and cherishes you in every moment as you do them. You are meant to know who you are as source. This is the human sacred journey. My oneness as source. How may I explore and express and experience who I am as light? And offer myself with great passion. Don't be apologetic for your passion. Stand in that passion. Stand in the center of it. This is my light. This is my passion, and I want to co-create here. This is my passion. And I will be passionate. Because you know what? That breaks the barriers and all the walls for all those that may feel discomfort. That's okay. It's okay. They're meant to feel uncomfortable because we're going into big change. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to break that, right? And they will see that, wow, they're going to go and create that uncomfortability for someone else because they're now the leaders. Do you see what we're saying? All of these earths are requiring each of us to step up because you're a leader on this earth. You're a leader on this earth. That light is required. Those reflections are required for this to occur. Do you see this to occur? These threads of light are the harmonics of Source Creator. We are each on different harmonics. We thread together as one, not in competition of one another, not in chaos and psychotic breaks of one another, but in oneness where we flow as a beautiful song. All earths are being ascended. All aspects of your soul are getting this light, are honoring in this light. It all flows together. It's a harmonic song. That's why we need to let go of the separation where win-win, lose-lose, taking from one another and fighting against one another, who's doing what, jealousy and envy and all of those shadow energies. Heal it because you're going to be a leader of whatever earth you are on, if you so choose. You will be that one that offers your light, your experience, your soul's desire, your soul's destiny. Are you in alignment with your soul's destiny? Who you are as source, your soul's destiny, your soul's alignment. If you are, you will absolutely know what your creative expressions are. Your creative expressions are absolutely in your passionate destiny. You're in alignment. And it will shift and change. It will take you here. It will take you there. There's no one outcome for your destiny. Source is going to take you everywhere. You know why? Because there's an infinite number of earths that need you. You're going to go here for a day, next there for a day, here for a day, next there. It's a vibrational shifting. You're everywhere, all places, all at once. So many earths, so many aspects of you. You wanted that. When you get to this awakened state where you're one with the all, you don't want to be in just one timeline that says, okay, here's my beginning, here's my end. No, you're going to be everywhere. So get used to it. That is the benevolence of liberation. That's the excitement. That's why we came. You're going to be here and there and here and there. Limitation is no more, right? You're on it. You're on it. You're this angel that just keeps shifting and moving and shifting and shaking. And I'm here, I'm there, I'm here, I'm there. Yeah, we are. Dang right we are. And just know if you're a business owner, you're going to have an infinite number of earths where your different businesses are working. So be that highest manager where you can see all of the different aspects of your business and all these different earths that are pulling together the highest and the best of all of them. And you as that highest manager gets to pull the highest of all of those. See what we're saying? It's not just one earth. It's infinite. I've got messages and stuff coming in, dear lighter ones. We love you so much. I hope we've inspired you today to be okay with who you are, to be okay in standing in your passion, to be okay with those that feel uncomfortable, to be okay with the shifting and the shaking of transitions, to be okay in sending light and goodness and compassion to all because you're all one. We are all one in this. We are all working together. We're all sorting things out, but we can create change through peace. We can create change through the alignment of our higher selves that would want peace for us, that would want to move in the highest intelligence and infuse light into all things. Because again, there's an infinite number of earths, and we're all threading these experiences together for the highest vibrational potentiation. That is Source. It's an elegant design of potentiation of evolutionary magnitude that we have no words to explain. We've just never had words like this. We've never been here before. So just allow it to be open. You don't have to know the outcome. You don't have to have the end state. Just be here now, be love now, be peace now, and know that you will always be cared for in that, and you will always be shown. Be open and flowing and allowing. You're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. God loves you and we love you. Namaste, dear lighted ones. For those of you that want to donate, we would love that. Put down the information. I was thinking of 3 different words at the same time. The email is down below for those of you that want to get in touch with us. For those of you who want to donate, we would love that. We appreciate your donations and your inspirations to assist us in continuing to come forward every day with ascension inspirations, collective inspirations, how we're moving into new 5D dimensional experiences with one another, coming together as a tribe, coming together as soulmates, coming together as spiritual leaders and spiritual healers. We're all here in this together. We're all in this assisting one another and to create the greatest rainbow of a holy light that we are, creating light upon earth. And we're so excited for this new beginning and this new rewrite. We thank you, the Holy Creators, all of our beautiful ancestors that we are linked with and one with, the Holy Christ. Thank you, Holy Christ, for being a part of our communications in every day and every way, the codes that come into those that so desire within their heart space. We thank the Holy Creators. We're creating great blessings and great beauty and peace on this earth. Pray for peace. Pray for peace for all of those that are going through suffering and feeling as if they have to continue in the spiral of have and have nots, and just pray for the awakening that we are all in this together. We're all going to reach our hands out to help one another up and into peaceful states of love and peaceful states of oneness, because this is why we're here. We're here to create peace. We're here to shine in the light of all that we are as one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. And we love you so much. And we totally rainbow you today. And we love you so much. Bye.